Alright, Gil. Always just speaking your mind when no one asked for it. Oh, hi, Gawain.
Lady.
My lady. Leo has summoned you. I was going to the student council room anyway. Gawain went out of his way to come by. It seems that he didn't try to use a signal to call me, but instead waited here in the hallway, not alleyway. Leo sent for me, so does that mean he has some personal business with me? A charming explanation. I do believe it's true. Leo seeks to deepen his friendship with you. I don't like the way you're phrasing this, but unfortunately he invited you today in the president's capacity. I was told he bids you come to the student council room. I was going there anyway. As emissary to the perilous labyrinth, she's enjoyed her rightful after-meal doze quite enough. So basically he wants me to dash off there immediately and not spare a single millisecond. I got it. Please tell him that, or something similar. That makes things easier. I shall take my leave ahead of you. Excuse me. Really didn't need to do that. Kind of really annoyed at Leo right now. What do you want? Oh, Gato's back. Miss Tosaka and Rani's investigative work has identified important information related to Jinako. Specifically, details about her in the Holy Grail War. Not of her background on Earth, but in the near side of the moon cell. Gato. Leo brings up the matter in a low tone, contrasted to his usual cheerful ring. Gato takes over, hand on his chin, nodding. Yes. He's acting completely normally, and it's a real letdown. Hear this! Steadily advancing through the Holy Grail War with Might God, we came upon one chance where we won effortlessly. A win by default. This opponent that fell like wham, right off the shelf, was none other than Jinako. She chose defeat, without putting up a fight. Yeah, it would have been nice if you remembered that from the beginning. It would have saved me the pain of this process of elimination, salvaging highly concealed battle data one by one until the very last set. Your fury is warranted, but if you asked a judge if they wanted to know the loser's name, they'd reply that there's no need. There's no need to overwrite shame with shame. In any case, Jinako and I were, by nature, incompatible comrades. Leo and Rin supplied me with further information. In the opening of the Nearside's Holy Grail War, Jinako discovered the locked, protected janitor's closet. This school's janitor closet may have a different vibe, but it's the very same shelter Jinako took before. Jinako didn't lose in a battle between masters. She hid inside the janitor's closet without ever taking the battlefield. However, if she were to have taken even one step outside of that custodial room, the moon cell would deem her as being defeated and delete her. Hence why Jinako was unable to leave and shut herself in the janitor's closet the entire time. Still, when the Holy Grail War closes, once the victor is proclaimed, the school building will end up being collected as a garbage object. Naturally, the janitor's closet Jinako's hiding in will also be deleted. In other words, Jinako didn't die fighting in the Holy Grail War, but her fate is to be deleted once the Holy Grail War ends. Panic struck Jinako once the memory of that returned, and she ran away from us. We recovered the cube from Passion Lip and regained our memories. Although it did leave everyone considerably confused, it resulted in Jinako Karigiri driving herself further into a corner. BB seized that opportunity. Who are we supposed to blame here? Returning to the near side only means death. Having recalled that memory, Jinako probably didn't have the willpower to defy BB. At the time when she recovered that memory, Jinako must have certainly known that I, Monji Gato, was her original opponent. Why does she distance herself from her unsolvable problem even if it's postponed? Because she's scared and doesn't think rationally? Her actions are baffling, her optimism is as brittle as sculpted candy, and her escapism is as useful as burying her head in the sand. Well, that's all she knows. Oh, is that so? I'm sure it appears that way to you, Treasurer Rani, but that's not being very human, is it? If we declare that being swept along by instinctive urges and idleness is what human nature is, then stray cats are quite human. Nothing wrong with stray cats. They're the ultimate life forms in a sense. Such gods exist too. Gato and Rani's conflicting exchange continues. Suddenly, Jinako's pained expression from her SG loneliness was released, pops into my mind. If only I'd gotten to know her back in the Holy Grail War. There's no point in thinking about what-ifs now. but I wonder if having friends by her side would have changed something. Sakura is reporting that the 12th floor has been activated. Once you're ready, continue your exploration and SG retrieval. Jinako Kategiri is the Labyrinth Sentinel. Nevertheless, she's one of our allies who also desires to escape. I won't tell you to be peaceful anymore. I don't see it unseemly to injure one another. That said, I believe that you'll be the one to break this absurd spiral of us having to hurt our allies to continue forward. Alright. Oh, hi. Hey, there's something that's been bothering me. You have a second? It's about Kiara Seshuin. Out of curiosity, I had Ronnie look into her. Presently, she is also a master who sustains a servant. That, and we have nothing to be concerned about. It's true that the Western financial conglomerates went after her. The conglomerates went after her? So Kiara's an enemy of those conglomerates. Is she a freelance hacker like Rin is? No, she doesn't oppose anyone. But the only data we have comes from what we dug up here. Could you please, Ronnie? Yes, starting from the conclusion, she's a cyber criminal wanted by Interpol. Okay. That took a direction. At one point, she was the leader of a religious cyber cult. It no longer exists, though. And, well, all the men and women in it idolized her so much that they all committed suicide. Oh, right. People who were smitten with her, people with a thing for being abused by her, people hooked on conversing with her. People who detested her to death, people who were crazy over her body. A lot of different folks. The end results were all the same. Suicide. Even outside the internet, most of the people who associated with her committed suicide. Included among them were even cyber investigators and spies from the conglomerates that had chased her around. How was she this dangerous? What's astonishing is that apparently, one spy died in order to save her from adherents who were out to kill her. According to these documents, that person was apparently her lover. According to Julius, that person was a misanthrope, and didn't seem particularly interested in women. Personally, I can't comprehend Kiara Seshuin's cognitive structure. She's too much of an enigma. She saved many people, but each one of them trampled on her goodwill. She was betrayed by others over and over again, and yet she didn't abandon her goal of bringing salvation. That actually sounds really familiar. Right, Archer? Or rather, it makes me think that she's fine with being betrayed. You could say that she has an indomitable spirit, but in her case, it goes much too far. I may not be one to say this, but it's as if she's a machine devoid of emotions. I think so too. It's like she's obsessed with being a hero of justice or something. She's even being called the last saint. Hey Archer, Red Archer, does this sound familiar? There's a reason why Emiya Alter exists in FGO, and it's because of her. One thing's for sure, she's the biggest victim, but it's also true that she's the cause of the mass suicide and conflict. Thus, with backing from the conglomerates, she was added to the world's most wanted list, though some came to her legal defense. And the conglomerates had backing from the Holy Church. That lot hasn't been able to put out a saint in years. A woman emerges, is treated as a saint in the East, and disregards their group. Guess they couldn't let that one slip by. You're being biased, Miss Tosaka. Kiara Seshuin was considered clearly a modern-day saint, even by the Church. The problem is that the person who started insisting on that was a church cardinal, and a candidate for the next papacy. The Holy Church didn't try to apprehend Kiara because she was some thorn in their side. They recognized her as the highest class of threat to the preservation of their faith. They're being way more vicious than they need to be. What about Kiara's virtue? What virtue? I think it should be called magical powers at this point. She was even able to free an elderly man on the brink of death and obsessed with prolonging his life from that suffering. What I found astonishing was, after that elderly man experienced her teachings, he became an impeccable person. It was only for a brief time, just 2 months, that he was in contact with Kiara Seshuin, but his nature truly became that of a saint. That resulted in the church going after her. She was betrayed by her faith and many people, and was denounced as a murderer. Okay, we're taking the wrong route by bringing Earth affairs to the Moon Cell. She's still a cyber criminal, Miss Tosaka. Well, yeah, but while I partially agree, I think Kiara is different. That girl there is an airhead. She has no clue how much she drives everyone around her insane. I think she knows exactly how much. The nickname she got stuck with, the Devilish Bodhisattva, really sums her up. Why is that? I haven't heard it as the devilish, always the demonic Bodhisattva, but yeah, she has that title for a reason. We know she's being misrepresented, but we deem that it's best to err on the side of caution. Misrepresented. Please refrain from making unnecessary contact with her from now on. I'm gonna go make contact with her. Kiara Seshuin. She's a person that I can't understand, but I can understand her righteousness. She helps people without reward, without imposing her ideas. The ethics and social welfare behind her ideology are wonderful. The truth is that many sick people and people at a low point in their lives are grateful to her. Truly a modern-day saint. It's sad, but organizations out for profit targeted her for that reason and labeled her as a cybercriminal. So that's it. Miss Tosaka dislikes her because it's a clash of the avaricious character versus the non-avaricious character. Greed versus no greed. Ronnie, aren't you casually making me out to be a money-grubbing kind of girl? I mean, you did that yourself. Do you remember the Tosaka money is power system? Because I remember it. Goofs are way more dangerous than folks of conviction. That's because they have no self-awareness. I don't get along with saint-type people in the first place. I think she actually has some screws loose somewhere. Serving others without any reward? Really? Well, you can have that idea. Jinako Karigiri can't be left as she is now. I agree. It's odd for me to be supporting Jinako. You say I was more reckless and macho in the Holy Grail War. Yeah, you were. Well, of course, in the Holy Grail War, all masters are enemies. They must be defeated, and that's that. But this is not the Holy Grail War. Everyone here is an ally. We need to take good care of the bonds we may form here. You're weird. Heart of gold, brain of lead. I spoke to just about every master during the first round of the Holy Grail War, but I never got to speak with Jinako. She was confined in the janitor's closet the entire time. That door transforms into the arena's entrance after the preliminaries end. My guess is that she found the back entrance to the now doorless janitor's closet by coincidence. She snuck in and then got locked in. Not that she minds. I see, so Gawain did that? Yes, once you get a break from this turmoil, I would like to have a nice long chat with you, scone and black tea in hand. Don't you think it would be fun if we spoke about things like what type of people we're into, or past experiences? I have neither of those right now. I understand. In the event that we do break out of this Twilight old school, let's arrange for a place to do that. It's a promise. I don't want to fulfill that promise. To resolve on losing before one's fight, then running wholeheartedly from that truth. Sad, isn't it? Her flight will assuredly lead her nowhere. I think that she, the one running, knows that better than anyone else. That darkness within Jinako Karigiri's heart, though shallow, is rooted deep. Her self-harm is slow and insidious, like overconfidence. Alright, let's move on. But first, I need to go associate with, the certain nun. Oh, well then. If I'm being prompted to, then... Hey, could you please be full-voiced, because I'm getting tired of speaking. I want to take a break. I found Kiara and Anderson in the hallway. I recall what Rin told me about Kiara's background. I was a little hesitant, but I tried asking her about whether it was true or not. If all the adherents connected to Kiara killed themselves, I don't think that this willowy woman would be in the middle of such a maelstrom of death. Yes, everything those girls spoke of is true. What I thought or what my goals were was irrelevant to the people. The only thing left in my hands was the outcome. The lives of many people were consumed by my own avarice. However, pardon me, now suddenly I'm wondering if I committed a crime. Kiara looks puzzled, as if miserable from the bottom of her heart. Her expression makes me think of a terrifically beautiful and fleeting heaven lotus. They loved me by their own will, became despaired by their actions, and at the end of their love, ended their lives. There was no bloodlust in them to be found. They simply drowned in me. They were committed to their desires and wasted their lives out of that lust. I love all people equally, and I want to be loved. That's what I crave. I can't help it. I'm selfish. That's why I can never belong to one person. They went insane, as if despairing from that truth, as if craving and lusting insatiably for me. As a result, they ended their lives. How can anyone rebuke such a devoted love? It's twisted. I wanted to save them. They wanted me to save them. In the end, they died, and that's all there is to it. Saying that she smiles, sorrowfully, with such beauty that any who saw it would be touched. Goosebumps jolt all across my body. This here's a good woman, completely benevolent, and that's why I find it difficult to consider her human in terms of her mentality. Well, that's why she's considered a bodhisattva. As a religious leader, Kiara treated many people impartially and lavished them with love. That resulted in those adherents becoming swollen with desire. I beg you, I want you to love only me. More, I want endless love from you. But that wasn't allowed. As a consequence of treating everyone equally, Kiara Sesshoin possessed no love towards individuals. And then their practically emulating desire was how they were literally destroyed. Because they went and recognized Kiara as a saint, they become aware of her essentially salvationless reality and despaired. What terrible irony. They probably could have returned to their lives if they distanced themselves from Kiara. But perhaps they had known this almost bodhisattva love. They couldn't leave the palm of her hand. I apologize. I understand your argument, but I don't intend on stopping. And even a person like me has convictions that can't be conceded. My life cannot end just yet. For now, please don't be concerned with my affairs. Please focus on defeating BB and returning to the Holy Grail War. And after, the time comes when we face each other as masters in the Holy Grail War. Then, please charge me with my sin. If Kiara Sesshoin's life deserved to have lived, or if not. Yes, if it's you, I hope you'll tell me. I hope you'll tell me the answer as to whether my Eiten school's doctrines were correct or incorrect. Well, I'll tell you now incorrect. Without replying to Kiara's smile, I leave her presence. I've dealt with many masters up to this point, and she's a master too, throwing herself into the battle for the sake of a wish she can't give up. This is Heaven's battlefield, a garden of selfishness where wishes are put on the line. I'm certain that Kiara isn't special. Here, everyone fights for themselves. Oh, she's still there. Thought she left. And you have your... Yeah. Bye. Anything new? No. Seems not. Well then. Back in the labyrinth, shall we? Got anything new? Do I have any money? I have 28 of these, so I'm pretty set. Yeah. It's a code. There was one that I did want to think about, right? Yeah, the regen. No, not two, just one. Yeah, let me swap out Mermaid Road and let's try the regen in battles instead. Defense. I have everything else but the red and white headband, which only gives me MP. Alright then. Let us be off. Let us be in. Hello, tree. Floor 12. Level 28. I am... 28. Alright, we're good. Oh, what is that? There's weird stuff going on. Are those warp tiles? Life. This is gonna be a warp... I'm sorry? What is this death counter? Huh? What is this? A skull and crossbones abruptly appears above my head. This is ominous. It doesn't get more ominous than this. Guys, it's counting down though. So that there's a countdown to your end, your death sentence. Jinako's voice echoed through the labyrinth. It should just be a regular transmission, but it sounds ominous, like she's satisfied with herself. You hear me? Once that number hits 0, you're a goner. No resets allowed. I mean, it's a really big number. It's 1,400 million. Got it? I warned you. Anything happens, it's your own dang fault. Sentinel Labyrinth's voice wanes and grows distant. An indescribable gravity lingers in its trail. The number displayed here is certainly ticking down with each passing moment. Is this a time attack floor? No, even if there is a time limit, why are there so many digits? If it's by the second, we have plenty of time. If I go about it poorly, I'll have months. Wait, won't this take years? I told you to humiliate yourself, but don't expose me to such flustered humiliation. After all, something like this will naturally make one panic. You lot are always facing many ending clocks. To be manipulated by immediate death is to be toppled by your current predicament. Gilgamesh isn't acting flustered, which distracts me from my apprehension. But to be honest, it wasn't really that a big shock to me. Right now, Jinako's state of mind has me concerned. Like back with Rani and Rin, her mind isn't working to remove foreign invaders, it's working to reject them. Jinako said we'll end up in the same place. I don't know what she's trying to tell me with that, but I can't leave this lying, lonely girl alone. Let's look for Jinako. Let's go open the door to outside. Let's go find her hope. Agreed. Just vanished. Why? It is a warp labyrinth. Oh no. Alright, green to green. Oh goody. So blue goes there, red goes there. They go to the same place. And there's this shield here. But then there's another green. So does this blue go here? Oh boy. I see what's happening. This red will go over there, huh? It went even further. I have no idea where I am. That's a Jinako original. The loop-de-loop warp. Go ahead and waste your counts on elements of the labyrinth that no one asked for. Shark! You know what? I don't know, so... let's do that. You didn't block it. Oh, you're gonna die. I thought you could survive at least 2. You cannot. Alright then. Well, there's nothing else here but this warp. Oh, the warps aren't even on the map either? Come on. Alright, so on to this blue one, which probably sends me to the choice of green or red, huh? So red and green, there's a big guy, there's a block there. Where does this green send me? Here, okay. That I can work with. There's a red here. I'm gonna have to remember all these pathways. It's gonna be so bad. What was your pattern again? Was that it? No. Oh. Right, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. There we go. Break through, drill, drill. There we go. This big fortress bear thing. The fragment. Yeah. Money. Where's this red send me? Where are we? As long as there are more split routes, I can attempt to figure this out. What was your whole thing again? I don't know, actually. We'll see. We won't see. Good enough. I can spare the MP anyway. Where does this go? Oh, and there's a green there. Alright, we'll just keep going down this path and see what happens. Oh, I don't remember how to deal with this. Hey, I figured it out. Maybe. Haha! I was right. Get blitzed by weapons. Give me this. Where do we end up next? Aha, there's a rare there. I want it. Oh, what was your pattern? It wasn't that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Ow. Well, I got that one at least. Oh, and you died from that. Awesome. I should use my regen in the next fight. Because I'm gonna need the healing. What is going on here? Just go. Just go. I don't care. Just go. Truly hopeless. Ow. Do you always open up break no matter what, like, pattern you have? Ow. 1 2 2 1 2 2. Huh. Alright, well, you're not starting with break this time. So then, guard attack attack, guard attack attack. I mean, you'll probably die anyway, but yeah. Oh, gotta level up. We're good anyway. Exciting swim set. What kind of item is this? What? Oh, is this for Taiga? Very ordinary snorkels. Right, she wanted to try and swim under the school. I came from there, right? Then the red is the path. Well, I found her. Does this send me back? No, is this the first red? It is! Wow, if I had taken the red immediately, it would have sent me to the locked door. So then I've been everywhere? Have I? I can't tell. Were there any other splits? Because this should take me back to the beginning part, right? Oh god, where am I? I have no idea where I am right now. I'm so lost. Am I going forwards? Am I going backwards? Where is this? I'm like retracing my steps somehow. Alright, I'm back here. Warp back to this red. You know what? I hate this map. We're going on. She's got her whole setup in here. She even got a ramen bowl. After egressing from the labyrinth cemetery, we saw a room. That room is... No, in that room is Jinako, all alone. Gilgamesh surveys the space, but Launcher is nowhere to be found. We unexpectedly arrive at our destination, yet again very quickly. Or not. The path continues further past here. And you've reached the goal. Good job. I'll tell you something as a reward. The SG for this labyrinth is Curse of Death. Without hesitation, she says something outrageous. I barely had time to be startled before she continued. And I'll let you in on something else too. If you want that SG, someone's gotta die. What if I said no? Someone has to die? Jinako herself was feigning indifference. Still, after firing her verbal bullets through my heart, she loosed a bundle of grenades on me with that too.
Oh?
Well now, so anyone is fine? Well then we have someone right here. This roastable female pig in front of us. That's not nice. I look better than that. Menacing Gilgamesh draws closer to the totally defenseless Junako. This is bad. I get why AUO is angry, but this is the one shortcut to the end I don't want to take. If we defeat Junako without obtaining her SG, the entire student council will be trapped in the far side of the moon cell, and escape will be impossible.
Stop.
This is certainly a condition we can't simply ignore. You said someone must die, but then what happens to her countdown? Do you impose the burden of this curse of death upon all challengers of the labyrinth? Well, duh. But if you were to get that SG, you would presumably finish clearing the labyrinth, so the countdown should stop, right? Heck if I know. Anywho, it's as simple, yo. No need to sweat the small stuff on this floor. It's only the neat tip trees I got for you.
Huh?
What? That's not very funny. Like, how we're gonna accept a requirement like that? That's right. We can't possibly ignore this. This is a plot by BB taking advantage of the characteristic of Junako's SG. It just hit me. One can lose a battle yet win the war, and I've got the most genius idea. Are you gonna kill yourself here? A roar erupted in, as if to shatter the deathly silence. It wasn't a labyrinth signal. It was a live voice reaching my ears. But from where? Old man. It's too noisy. We're going to suspend... Actually, relay our signal. It appears that Monjigato is visually observing you from the vicinity of the labyrinth's entrance. He's probably lost in the maze. Huh? How is he doing that? That's incredible. Incredible, but scary. Aye, good work, Treasurer Rani. I thank you. That urna on your forehead isn't just for show. Off to report to her now. Unlikely to dial down his volume, Gato's transmission reaches me. After all the trouble he's been in after warning him, he's gonna try and tackle the labyrinth alone again, and without a servant. Sorry to bother you when you're busy. Do you hear me? Too loud? Oh, sorry. Actually, I have a super secret strategy this time. I want to modestly instruct you on it, so very badly. Basically, you know. I don't really mind this countdown stuff, but those enemies wandering over there are truly a tad scary. Therefore, it's time for you to answer my summons, like the ever-descending gods and Buddha do for me, then have them fight for you. I would like for you to return to the labyrinth's entrance post-haste. Come back! I've never heard such a blatant, caustic, confidential conversation. I involuntarily meet eyes with Junako. Junako was scowling, fed up with it, but Suze simply shrugged with disinterest. He's a boisterous man, but not a man to spread meaningless claims. He is a priest of many good deeds, after all. Everyone in the student council is likewise speechless, probably unsure of what to make of this. That said, it's not like I myself have a solution, unfortunately. Let's start by heading back to the labyrinth's entrance and meeting up with Gato. Great, I gotta run back? Do I have to take the shortcut? A genius plan. What is it really, Gato? If it's a stupid plan you took 3 seconds to make up, we'll turn you into shrimp chili. That sounds delicious, can I have some? Whoa, those are famously stubborn. Hot dogger and microwave anything granny for you. What are you talking about? What does that mean, Gato? Yes, your concerns are understandable. But believe in me now and entrust this to me with the same sentiment as one who rides the Titanic. 3 minutes until the iceberg. That doesn't sound very trustworthy. Okay, I guess I'll go back. Now, which way was the actual path back again? I thought it was green. But it may be blue? This is one of the splits, at least. Oh no. Yeah, because I went green, and then I went further ahead, and red was to the dead end. I see. I have been everywhere. Alright, Gato, what are you doing? Wait, like, leave the labyrinth? Or... Oh, by the 12th floor entrance. So, here? Oh, I just need to take a step forward. Now Gato shows up. Looks like he evacuated temporarily. Was he always this wise? No. Have this much sense? Good to see you again. I just dropped in myself. Oh, I'm serious. I wasn't waiting, not at all. But hey, I know I'm the one who called you here. Don't you feel tired? In the manner of Jizo, I shall wait here. Stopping by the old school to prepare isn't a bad choice. Once I make my move, my cataclysmic grand strategy will go off instantly. Explosion! No doubts, I'm going in. That kind of thing. You need to mentally prepare before that, do some shopping or consult President Leo, then you should get it all out of the way. Although he's oblivious, Gato is always capable of thinking about others. I think taking his advice and going back to the old school would be fine. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Because that seems ominous. I don't know what I need, but I will take him up on his offer. Because it seems like we're about to be locked into something very long. And if that's the case, I'm gonna need time for the future. As well as items. I mean, I have ether fragments, which is good for healing. I'd like to have better ones, but oh well. And protection charm? Might as well just have that to have it. No. Alright, I have all of them except for this red and white headband. Cool. I mean, at this point, if these are gonna be 1500, I might as well start getting MP drinks, right? Oh, right, I can give this back now. Yes, I should do that now. Ah, that's... exciting swim set. Thank you. So you brought me a tool to swim across the ocean. That'll be a cinch to break out of here. Yeah, because it's gonna be that easy. Good luck, Taiga. I'll give you this gift as thanks. Find out while excavating inside the school. Please help yourself. Taiga-style lamp. Alright, teacher's gonna dive off the roof. That sounds so dangerous. I'll get in touch with you if I make it. Keep your nose in your textbook until then. Okay, bye. Kinda wanna see, like, what it is in my room. Hello? Where's this lamp? What's it gonna show up as? Because things slowly fill up in the room, and it's like, maybe a little hard to notice sometimes. I don't know where the lamp would be. Oh, that. Okay, it's that showed up. It's not really a lamp, it's more of a candle. But I think it also takes the shape of, you know, the servant. Still a thick SG. Yeah. Still nothing new there. Well then. I mean, I don't know what else I can prep to do, but at the same time, I don't quite want to move on just yet because I feel like it's going to eat a lot of time, and I don't have the time right now. So Gato faced off against Junako, huh? I had to face... Damn, now I went and remembered it again. I was finally starting to calm down too. Damn it! Sorry. I mean, my face probably doesn't help, but sorry. Just don't be so mad. Maybe you'll do better next time. There's no next time, he's dead. Kiara have anything else to say after I questioned her about her murder cult? Her weird sex suicide cult? It's what it is. Jinako's mental wall is surely a formidable one, but her servant is the one who piques my interest. The heroic spirit Karna. I've heard that his strength rivals that of the great hero of Indian myth, Arjuna. You bet it does. In the nearside Holy Grail War, I say he's of the highest tier without a doubt. Please be sure to gather plenty of experience, okay? I mean, I'm level 29 now. If I can reach 30, that'd be nice. And you still have nothing new. Enough of this silliness. Bye, then. Well, we'll see what explosion Gato has prepared next time, because he's gonna do something wacky, and I also need to be in the right mind to just prepare for this, because I don't know what he's gonna do. It's probably gonna be weird or suicidal or both. So, preparation. I'm physically prepared. Now I just need to get mentally prepared. Don't die, Gato, please. I don't know why I'm saying please, but I kind of just don't want him to, you know? I mean, I've already killed him in the Holy Grail War, but he's not a bad guy. He's just bizarre, but not bad. And that's really counts, right? I'd hope so, at least.